Okay. Hi. Yeah, should be live now, so hopefully everything's good. Let me know if it's not. But yeah, I thought I'd do another art stream, so here we are again. 1 second. I'll just take this. Oh god, I might hear myself. Uh-oh. Okay. It's not working. Oh no! Time to stop. Yo, what up, J-Sword? What up? Hang on. Let's post in the Discord. Where are we? And yep, there we are. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, thank God. Phew! For a second there, got me going. But goodness gracious, I was about to stop everything. Oh no. Making cool arts. And now post on Twitter. Oops! I didn't know if when you hit enter it didn't post. Interesting. I actually didn't know that. But yeah, let me know how the game audio or the music audio was compared to my voice. Because I turned down my microphone from last time I did some streaming, so it shouldn't be extremely loud blasting. Because I did notice it was a little bit loud, but yeah, it should be right now. Yeah, it should be alright. Alright, so what are we doing from last time? Oh yeah, last time I did a bit more. Yeah, because this wasn't finished from last time, so I finished that off. And then we're going to do this part here, I think. And what I'm thinking is I'm like an animating as a whole. So what that means is animating like both the mouth and the body as a whole, like I've done sometimes. But I want him to like jump in and then start running. Yeah, maybe animate him as a whole in like these, in this part here. Right? Because this part I want him to like run in, like jump in. Because obviously it jumps off frame here, and then he'll jump in here, right? Yeah, that could work actually. Because was originally I was thinking I could like make him like start running and then it'll like zoom in. I could do something like that. Oh, what does the background look like? Yeah. Did I make the background animated? Oh, I can't remember. I did. Okay. What'd I do? Oh yeah. A little bit of a shake. Makes sense. Alright. Let's draw some lines, shall we? Oh, had that. Persona 4, me beloved. It's back again. Oh my goodness. Can't believe it. Okay, so I'll make him jump in like real quick. We want like a bounce? Maybe. Yeah, what up, Cheeseburger the second? Hello. Welcome in. Yeah, I can try that. Sure. Okay. So we want like a little bit of a squash here. I'll end it abruptly. Yeah, I also added some more songs in my playlist from last time, so it should be everything that was playing before plus a bit more, so yes. I'm painting dwarves for Warhammer Fantasy right now. Oh, hell yeah. That's the shit. I remember I used to paint Warhammer 40k orcs. That was my race that I had way back in the day. Although I did it when I was a teenager and had no idea what I was doing really, so I was like, I'm gonna paint whatever colors I want. So I think I've got them somewhere, but they're like all like random colors. So goodness, yeah, but that'd be cool to get into. But oh my god, that's a time-consuming hobby, and oh my god, it's so expensive. So maybe when I'm retired, right? But hey, if it's what you enjoy, go for it. Like anything, it takes some time to get good, I guess. And I guess I didn't really want to put in the effort. Yo, what up, Simone? I'm guessing Simone or Simon with an E. Whichever. I've always said I'm bad at I only know two languages, right? English and bad English. And I gather it's the latter, right? If you need a gateway, the Total War games are great. Yeah, true. Like the games or whatnot. Like people that don't even do the miniatures, the games are there. And also I know a friend of mine that like loves the lore and he like loves the books. So even if you don't want to play the games or paint the miniatures, hey, there's the books if you really want to get into the lore. He's like apparently he knows that in and out because I remember when he saw the trailer for Space Marine 2, he was like, "Oh, he's got to start here. This means that, and that means that." I'm like, okay, cool. That's a thing, I guess. Yeah, the Space Marine games. Yeah, exactly. So we wanted to squash here a bit, right? Squash a little bit. To him to like, yeah, kind of his eyebrows to be. Not that this really matters. I'm going to be there for a brief moment. Like I've always said, your drawings have to be perfect, especially in animation where everything's only going to be on screen for like a moment. Though there is I think I was talking about last time. There's like dedicated blogs to like smearing and like weird like still frames that people take just to laugh at them, right? So yes, old like '90s cartoons that do like extreme smears. Do like I'll do his arms up a bit, right? Because they'll be falling down, and these arms will kind of still have gravity applying to them. Because they'll be kind of like trailing behind him, right? Yes. Exactly. What about for this one? I could maybe just make this, just do like a quick shape, I guess. I think that's like my default that I always go with is like do like just a meat hook for a hand. And I think like my go-to, especially in recent years, was to draw just a limb with 3 fingers. Because I think I remember saw them doing that all the time in Adventure Time, and I was like, I should do that as well. So it's very easy to draw hands like that. Oh goodness, you don't know what that eraser that large. Please. Oh yeah. And like that, and like that. Perfect. Okay. Maybe we want to have it back a bit so he kind of jumps into it. Right? Yeah. And then he'll kind of. Oop, I guess I can draw on this frame. That's fine. Yes, he'll kind of zoom in. Right? Like so. Like the first frame he can already be on screen. So the last frame he'll be like there, and the first frame he'll be there. So your brain will make the connection. They went from one place to the next, right? Easy enough. Do I want like his legs up a bit? Yeah, I'm thinking maybe this one here, and then this one can be kind of like this. Oh, no worry, he's gonna be naked, but everything's gonna be completely censored. Don't worry about it. I think also the idea I had was like to make like the censor bar move as well, like swing around a bit. I'm like, that might be a bit far. Oh dear. Uh, doozy like that, yeah. You've got quite the server running with just one channel. Exactly. What you mean, my Discord server? Yeah. Yeah, because I was talking about it last time, and I'm like, I don't want to like have a Discord server that I have to take care of. So, like, I rarely use Discord as is. So, I'm like, I'm gonna do just two channels, one for text and one for voice, and that's it. Yeah, because like the idea I also had was like we might do some points later on where I just jump in the voice server, and then people can jump in and chat if they want to. Also for that, or if anybody wants to go in there and just talk at their own leisure. Yeah, I won't stop them. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, especially during the week as well when I'm like busy with work, so it's like I'll either be working or sleeping. So yeah, because even I tried to do one of those reanimated projects a little while back. That was everyone was doing those. Well, I guess everyone's still doing them, but still, just trying to keep tabs on that. Even that was a bit much because the idea was like, hey, I'll just start it, and then people start sending in parts, right? Once they're done, and it's either like people, just not getting back to me, or people being like, nah, actually, I want to drop out, or yeah, that's the old tale of, hey, if you're not getting paid, you're not really going to be motivated, right? So yeah, especially with like a lot of projects that people do with friends and whatnot. It's like they're passionate about it, but their friends maybe not so. So we're going to be here at this time, and we're going to do this, and we're going to film this. It's going to be great. And then like 2 people show up. You're expecting like 15. So similar idea, I guess. So I want to make a bit. Hang on. He's kind of, yeah. So I might want to make him a bit like slimmer, maybe. Yeah. Because like he gets a bit too wide there, I guess. Oh, not that it really matters, but still. I don't want to go off model too much. And then his arms can be kind of... I'll get him to like tuck in. Like this. And then they can kind of jut out a bit when he lands, right? Yeah. Yeah, they're angry brow. And oh yeah, almost forgot, right? Put that there. Yeah, because I only think I'll put that on like one frame. And then the next one can be also a very blurred, like a motion blurred version of that. But maybe I'll like blur his face a bit more. Yeah, I guess. It's okay, same kind of similar idea, but Just bridge the distance, right? And I was saying I wasn't going to make his face too wide, but yeah, because I guess his face will go wide once he lands, right? Because that's like when gravity hits and everything squashes. Yeah. So that should be fine. Yeah, maybe I'll make his eyes like warp a bit more. That might be a better idea. Yeah, kinda. Like his eyes taking up most of his face now. And the pupils really stretched out. I've seen things, man. Things you wouldn't believe. And then a bit more. Yeah, over. Yeah. So how many months have you put into this? Oh, it's hard to tell. Because honestly, I've taken actually a lot of time off, so because there was actually a long period where I wasn't working on it at all, so it's hard to say, but yeah, this was kind of like a motivator to get my ass working on this, because I'm like, if every weekend goes by where I just sit around and do nothing, this ain't gonna get done, so that's the idea of like why I want to start streaming this, is when there's a motivator, versus, yeah, I'll maybe do it tomorrow, oh, it's Monday, I gotta go back to work, damn it. So, yes. Kanji looks funny. Yes, perfect. Exactly what I'm going for. Nice. So he'll spring out here, and then he'll drop down here. Maybe I want him to be up a bit more, perhaps. Like more of a fast movement. That means I'll have to add more to that, but that's fine. No problem. Good luck, by the way. I can't wait for the next part. Cheers. Yeah. Yeah, not sure when the next part's gonna be, but eventually. Hey. Eventually. Like, I think, yeah, I was definitely talking about this last time, and there's a quote by a music artist that I'm a really big fan of, and he was talking about like the process of like making works and whatnot, and something that I'll never forget that he said was, you work on something 1% every day, in theory it'll be done in 100 days. So, and that's always stuck with me, which is absolutely true. But yeah, you slowly chip away at it, and then eventually it'll be like, oh damn, it's almost done, holy crap. So yeah, so it'll get there. Yeah, eventually if you take it like the same pace, like it'll slowly creep up on you, and then you'll be like, how much have I got left? Oh damn, it's almost done. Damn. Good luck and don't strain yourself. Yeah. Because I've done that before. I think it was There was a animation that I was working on forever ago, and I needed to do one more drawing and then it'd be done. But I remember like my hands were like so sore, and I was like, "Oh, okay, I'll just get it done. It'll be done." And I remember just my hands were like in such pain trying to get it done, and you can definitely tell via the output as well. So yeah, because the last drawing looks very wonky. I wonder if I can like find it actually. I wonder. I might screenshot it. Hold on. Where are we? It just looks very off model. Is it on my main channel? Hang on. I know what cartoon it was for, but I can't remember if it was on my secondary channel or if it was on my main channel. It's quite old. But oh no, it's on my main channel. There it is. Only 2.5 thousand views. Ah, what a tragedy. Is it here? No, it must have been the second part. Let's see. Yeah, because it was for Carbon Show. Let's see. Actually, maybe not. I swear it was for this. Maybe there must have been like one shot somewhere. I don't remember. Oh, looks fine to me. And just like maybe in the moment, I was like, nah, it doesn't look that great, but huh. I could have sworn it was this. Oh no, the first part was the part where I didn't animate them at all, right? And the second part was when I actually animated them. Oh god, that's my old intro. Strange. It must have been for something else then. So I do remember that. I remember I uploaded it and I was like, that looks so bad, but God, I can't remember what it was for now. Jesus. Oh well. Oh well. If you brought a guest animator on in one strict requirement, that is cleanup, and you must be zoomed at 800%, right? Yeah, well that's the idea what I'm gonna do for this one. Because as you can see, like all the drawings in this scene, they're all roughs. Like I haven't like cleaned up any of the drawings yet. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna draw all the main drawings, and then I'm gonna send them over to my friends, and then he's gonna clean them up. So that was the idea. Anyway. But even so, I was like, that shouldn't take too long, but it's still taken quite a while. Like, it's pretty much taken, like, almost the exact same amount of time as doing it by myself. So, I don't know. It's like, I don't know, I have some sort of, like, mental, like, I don't know, notoriously, like, I always say, like, drawings don't have to be perfect, right? But there's, like, some sort of, like, weird thing where I go into, like, a trance, I guess, where I go over like everything and act like it's going to be like the final like look. But then again, I guess I am sending drawings over to like another person. They're going to pretty much just draw over them as is. So probably want to make them look good enough. Yes. Because I think I made pretty much, there was another scene that I sent over to him, and it was with all the the keyframes, and I sent him over the tutorial that I made, and was like, "Follow this, man, you'll be fine." He's like, "Okay." And then when he was finished, what he sent over to me wasn't really what I was looking for. It wasn't as smooth as I would have liked, and I was like, you know what? I'll do all the bare bones work, and you can draw over what I've done. Is that cool? He's like, yeah, all right, that's cool. So yeah, because I don't think like anybody puts in like the amount of work that I do. To be fair, not to toot my own horn, but still, it's like a lot of people that I like showed how I like make cartoons. They're like, "Are you insane? Like, what are you doing? Why does anybody put in that amount of work?" So, but I've definitely got a very distinctive style from it. So, yes. Wowee. What up, Constantine? Your movie was pretty cool. I remember none of it actually. I like watched Constantine forever. Goodness gracious. Exorcism starring Keanu Reeves. I'm pretty sure. Yes, I still want to make his arms up a bit. Yeah. Because then the kind of like maybe up a bit more even. So then they kind of like still behind him and they'll kind of like go in place, right? Perhaps. Yeah. Okay. And then we can make this one just add a frame, right? Because it'll be behind his head. Oh, do I want the hand there? Yeah. Yes. Oh, did I draw it? Oh, I did. Okay. I was just checking if I like drew like his thing in his chests. Yes. Because the one thing you don't wanna do is forget to draw the tiny like little details in the previous frames, right? Because then you go back and it's like, oh, I forgot. Yeah, that's right. And then it'll bounce back up, so I gotta do easing on both sides. Oh boy. Do I want to do more? I probably want to do equal amount of easing on both sides, right? Yeah. Well, to be fair, there's like one frame of easing on this side, so I can probably just mimic that again. And I'll give the equal amount of bounce, right? Yeah. Or maybe I can like make it just pop out real quick. I guess that'd make sense if like the movement kept on going and then slowed down at the end, right? Yeah. Yes, that'd make more sense. Yep. That movement going. If it's like one continuous track, right? Well, I guess I could add another frame for slowdown if I really wanted to, so could always do that. Yep. We want to draw the eyes first? Nah, get it. Nose first, then eyes, even though I was doing eyes first, then nose. It's interesting, like each individual artist like has a like different preferred part that they start with. Because I remember there was a Australian artist that visited my primary school like years and years ago, and he was like a well-known author as well. He had like a bunch of books that had been published. And I remember like one of the questions that somebody asked was like, "What do you start with your drawings?" And then Marie he said eyes. So versus me, I kind of get like the shape of a character. Like I do the head first, and then go from there. Yeah, though I guess I'll like animate like mouse as their like own thing. There's like some cartoons that I watch where they have like the animate like the mouth like animate like properly, like with the actual head and whatnot, and like the jaw moves, and I'd be like, what an absolute pain. Jeez, what a nightmare. But I guess you could like cut out the jaw completely and just like move it up and down, right? So that'd probably be the easiest way to do it. That's probably how I do if I did that, but still. Seems like unnecessary work, in my opinion. Yeah, but I guess there's a certain style you're chasing, I suppose. Uh, oh yeah, this yeah. Oh, I guess I could change this drawing here. A little bit. I can make his arm like raised up a bit more, like this. Yeah, that'll more or less be changing the integrity of like the original drawing that I based it off, but that's fine. Change it a little bit, right? Oh no, I'm ruining the vision of the original creator. What have I done? Yeah, because I was saying this last time, I like to keep like the pose, at least one pose from like the original comic intact, but I'm editing slightly, but hey, it's fine. Nobody will notice. It's not like it's being recorded and it'll be on the internet forever. That'd be crazy. Absolutely not. Um, I'm wondering if I should also post a link to this in like the was it the YouTube media posts or whatever, in case. Oh, I guess like when you're live, it gets like boosted at the top, right? So I think, yeah. I just don't want people to be like, "Oh, I was live an hour ago, and I was here an hour ago, and what happens?" I don't know. Algorithm could be all over the place. Kanji is currently transmuting. Yes, he's trying to get his feelings out via body movements, right? He's trying to communicate. Actually, I'll change this to a blue. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, as I slow down the motion, I like to kind of like change the color a bit, so it's a bit easier to tell where I am and what's in between versus using one color over and over. And then he's. Oh, actually, I want to be closer to the blue one, right? Because it'll slow down. Yep. Because now we're easing, right? Ease it in. Just tap it in. A little bit of taparoo. Give him a bit more rounded head. Yeah. Yeah, I should actually erase the mouth completely because we're not currently doing any lip syncing. Although I might do some lip syncing soon because there's a whole bunch of stuff that needs to be lip synced. So that might come in a moment, but we'll see how we go. Yeah, I guess I am like drawing a bit faster than I usually do. I guess like just being live has some sort of influence on that, but also I guess I am like doing just sketches as well, so don't have to, because like I always find like when I'm like doing like cleanup, I always do it extremely slow, so slower than this for sure, but yeah, because I think the first stream I ever did was there was some sort of art website where you could stream. I think it was Pictara or something. It was one of those, but I think it was I streamed to just like one friend of mine watched, but I also had I think it was Mystery Science Theater 3000 also playing on the side to be like, if people get bored of watching me, hey, there's this to watch. So, and he was like a big Mystery Science Theater fan, so he's like, hell yeah, I'm in. Count me in. Yep, neck for neck. Also, what time is it now? Oh, it's like 8 in the morning ish. Goodness. Because I was wondering if like any of my fellow Australians would be awake to watch this, but probably not. Right? Be too early versus where I've been awake since like I think I woke up at like 10 p.m. or something. I don't know. My sleep schedule on weekends is always all over the place. Yeah, because I figured I'd do like a couple hours of this and I can chill out and do something else. So that's the plan anyway. Or if anything, I might do like 3 hours. Same as last time. That might be a good idea. Because I find if like I'm just drawing for too much, my hand gets like super sore. It must be like the way that I draw. Like I find that like I put like very like the highest amount of pressure on like my fingers for whatever reason. Not sure why, but I don't like hold like my pen like loose. Always press super hard, like against the pen anyway. But it must be just a subconscious thing. But do I want to get sharp? Actually, I'll fix this. Make this a bit more like this. There we are. Oh, actually, that line was a bit too wobbly. Yeah, and also I find these headphones that I'm currently wearing, if I wear them for too long, I end up getting a headache. So, but for some reason, I'm not sure why, my other pair of headphones, which are very comfortable, for some reason it does not pick up the microphone, and I don't know why. Even I think it was ages ago, I was at Discord with my friends, and we were trying to figure it out. We're trying everything to get to work. And we were like, well, these drivers, I guess, just rewrite, overtake everything in the system, and just doesn't work. So, and even a friend of mine was like a big PC tech guy, and even he was completely stumped. He was like, I don't understand why this isn't working. Computer magic. It's like anything with computers. It's like, oh, just do this and do that and install the crack file and do that and that's how you do the thing and everything. Anything like that's like that. I'm like, anything that's like a bit complicated. I'm just like, like the more simple it is, the easier, the more likely I am to oblige. I think that's why like I have like, you know, trouble like even like just starting and like sitting down, like starting drawing, because then it's like I have to boot up this and I have to do that and I have to open this and then make sure that's working, and versus I'm just playing a game where I just press the button and it goes. So oh yeah, didn't I have a drink here? Yes. I believe I forgot to open it. Hell yeah. Oh. Much better. Nice and hydrated, right? Wait, actually, how much water does this have in it? Probably not much. What do we got? Carbohydrates, 7.5 grams. It doesn't say. I'm not sure. It doesn't say like water. There's probably like water in it somewhere, right? Oh, it's carbonated water. Yeah, makes sense. That's ironically where I got my username. If you want a really boring story of how I got my username. Because I remember there was one guy that used to follow on like a bunch of different platforms. And I remember for every different art platform that he'd be on, like, you know, this was like way before social media, but there was like different art websites. So on one he'd have a different username, on one another one he'd have a different username, and this would have a different username. So I was like, I'm gonna do this as well. So I started doing like wacky random usernames for like all my different art outlets. And there was a website called Sheezy Arts, I believe. I think it's actually back now. Because I remember it went down for a bit, for years and years and years. But I think it's back now. But I don't believe anybody uses it. Well, I'm not sure anyway. But I've not looked into it. But that's where That's where I got the name. Used the name Carbon Water, and I got it from the first ingredient from a soda that I was drinking at the time. Because the first ingredient in pretty much every carbonated beverage is always carbonated water. It's at the very top every time. And I was like, I'll do that. Carbon water. Sure. And then everyone on that website just started calling me Carbon. And I was like, all right, sure. I guess this is me now. So that's how that came to be. Because I think before that I just like went by my like regular name, my real name. So it was probably for the best. Right. Yeah, I think that's a trend that like I don't know in this day and age, but like I remember seeing that a while back where there was a lot of artists and like content creators that like went by like their username for like the longest time. Then suddenly they were like, "Oh, I'm blah blah blah." Like they credit themselves accordingly as like their full name. Probably because like like a lot of those people were trying to get work in the industry. Though to be fair, you can still get work in the industry if you just have a pseudonym name, a la Sweary and like what was it Suda 41 or Suda 42 or whatever, and even Local Funk who did Belantro. Apparently, like nobody knows that guy's real name except for like I guess like the people that actually need to know. But like he's never actually revealed like his real name or like what he looks like. Like only his voice because he's been in like interviews, but yeah, nothing apart from that. Um, Though I guess if the thing you'd be known for like blew up, like you credit yourself accordingly, you have to like stick with it, right? Makes sense. Oops. Not round enough. Oh dear. I'm not sure if hang on, how does this actually look on the stream? That looks fine, I guess. Like it looks like really zoomed out on the stream, but for me it looks fine, but I don't know. This is like I guess I could like zoom in more, but there. There you are. That's a bit more zoomed in. I don't know, I just kinda like focus on like one area, I guess. Yeah, because my monster is actually quite big, so I usually just use like multiple parts of the laptop. I mean, not the laptop, of the screen as I see fit. So like I usually never have anything full screen because I find it's like way too big. Because I'm currently using I think it's a Cintiq 24 HD, and it is pretty big. Yeah, it essentially like takes up like the whole entire space on my desk. So even if I like wanted to get a secondary monitor, that would not be an option because like I have like no room. I guess. Yeah, maybe I could like get like a tiny like secondary monitor, but yeah, wouldn't be the point, right? Got everything I need. Yeah, aiming a lot of the time. Like you can see how I've got flash or what's it called? It's not called flash. It's called I always call it flash, but uh oh, it is flash professional. Jesus. Um, was my VTuber's head getting cut off? Oh goodness, I didn't even notice that. Hold on. Oh no, it went away because I minimized it. Why did that happen? What the hell? OBS is weird. Hold on. Can I change this? Zoom out a bit more. There we are. The night's a bit small, so let me make it a bit bigger. There. Then bigger. There we go. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Flash, right? Yeah, because his house kind of like squarish. Because I usually that's like just like the screen that fills up on the left hand side, and then on the right hand side of my screen I'll have like a video playing, like a podcast or like video game playthroughs or whatnot. And I remember I actually came up with that idea during it's probably not the smartest idea, but I started doing that during like my education days after high school. Because I was like, I want to like listen to music and whatnot when I'm like, working on stuff. And then because of YouTube, they had like music videos, and I was like, oh, I want to watch the music video as well. So I had the drawing on the left, the music video on the right. So, and then when like let's plays and like game playthroughs started being a thing, people started uploading, hours and hours and hours of content playing through games, and I was like, perfect. I'm going to be sitting here for hours and hours and hours. So I had like all those playing on the side. Okay, so there's that done. How does that look? Oh, perfect. Holy shit. Ooh, that looks nice. Damn. Actually, I might do one more frame of slowdown. It's not going to matter to anybody but me, but yeah, it might look a bit more smoother, right? Oh, that's too zoomed in. Oh no. Change that one. Do we want to change this one to blue, right? And draw in the middle. As you do. Oh, really? We got two Donkey Kong Country 2 soundtracks in a row, or songs in a row. Goodness. That means I need to add more music. Again, well, I'll probably add like more music per week. Because I added like a bunch of songs that I thought of. And I was like, I'll add this, I'll add that, I'll add this. Though I didn't spend too long. I spent like maybe like half an hour just like adding like a bunch of tracks. And I could always add more. Though I find if I do that though, like it clogs up my playlist history. So it's like, no, I was watching that. I have to scroll through my history to find this one video. That's like 50 videos back. Like, goodness gracious. But once I got enough, I don't have to worry about it, right? I reckon if I get like, maybe 600 plus songs in there, well, I won't have to worry about adding any more because it'll probably be diverse enough that I'll just randomly play throughout. So I think that's what my Spotify playlist is up to now, like 600-ish songs. I usually don't have to worry about it too much. Usually doesn't get very stale. There's sometimes that's like I'll just be like, I don't really feel like listening to this today, and I'll look up something completely random. Because what was it? There was something that I actually looked up the other day, which was like really out there and like something that I wouldn't have listened to any other time. Because like Spotify has some like really weird playlists if you look for them. Actually, where's my phone? Let me have a let me have a look. Ugh. Where are we? My password is what was it? Oh yeah, I looked up Tropical Island Vibes Mix. And I was like, that's really different than what I would have actually listened to any other time. And it was really different, so exactly what I was looking for. Yes. Yeah, I find like variety is key with music anyway. Because I remember there's some people that I talk to and they're like more or less they've been listening to like the same shit for like 30, 40 plus years. And I'm like, there's so much music out there. But you literally listen to the same songs over and over and over again. I mean, you know, everyone loves their favorites. But when it's constant and it's nothing but, I'm like, man, there could be something else out there that you're like, ooh, that's also kind of good. Just waiting for you to discover. But I guess that's, you know, could be said, you know, with anything. Like even art. I guess that's why people go to museums, right? To be like, you know, I don't know what's going to be there, but could be something cool. I might get inspired. Oh god, that'd be something I'd love to do, actually. It's been forever since I've been to like a museum. And the last time I went to a museum was like in high school, or actually maybe, yeah. But hopefully it's not a bunch of people being like, ah, yes. That'd assume you couldn't take photos, right? that'd be borderline forgery. Or I guess probably taken as forgery. There'd probably be people being like, no, I want to show my friends on my Instagram. But then I guess what's them to stop it? Stop them being like, you know, them taking it. Being like, look what I made. Right. Okay. There's that one done. So that one goes.
Right now, because right now, because right now, because right now, because right now, because.
Maybe I want the bounce to be a bit more on point. Yeah, I want the bounce to be a bit more bouncier, if that makes sense. So, might kill this frame.
Right now, because.
Yeah. Yeah, that kind of works. Maybe I want that to be a bit more, like, lower. Right.
Right now, because.
Yeah, there we go. That's better. Perfect. Okay. Save that. And then with this part, what I'm thinking we can do... Oh, so I want to make this move, actually. Maybe make the camera zoom a bit. Yeah. Because I got this virtual camera, right? So... Oh, goodness. So we might do that, actually. Just make it zoom a little bit, right? We want to make it start zooming there, or maybe start zooming like when he jumps in. Maybe start zooming in from like point 1, right? The magnet not on? No, it's not. Just like a little bit. Wouldn't really be noticeable, but you know, your brain's gonna notice it, but you're not gonna notice it, right? That's what matters. Let me do that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so just zoom in a little bit. Cool. Alright, so this part here. Ooh, yeah. May want to zoom out a little bit less for that one. There we go. So I want to make his whole entire like mouth, like face move as he like speaks. So yeah, so maybe I could take this and like elongate it a bit more. So we can take that initial pose and then make it a bit more distorted. That's what I'm thinking. To make it so that his like face kind of stretches when he goes love, right? And then I'll make it so these eyes are kind of bit off the frame a bit off the skull a bit, but that's the idea, right? And then his nose can be a bit out of the way. Ah. And then oh, so I want to go kind of like this. No. Oh, maybe I want to move like all that up as well. Yeah, because what I'm thinking like is his like mouth should like take up his like majority of his face. It's really like really accentuate the mouth, and then kind of like he's like the rest of his like face like moves to like the top of his head. What's up, friends and family? What up, Furby lover? How's the... Are you just a general Furby lover, or is there a collection going on? You're one of those retro collectors? I might make his mouth go for a bit off frame as well. Yeah. Right. Yeah, and his nose can kind of go like that. Right. You collect them? Very cool. Yeah, because I remember, there's like a bunch of people like to like collect like stuff from like the 90s. I'm not sure. Oh, I guess it depends if like there's reproduction or whatnot, but especially like older stuff, there's definitely a was it some sort of need to start collecting like things that you couldn't buy in your childhood, right? It's like that thing I was a fan of when I was a kid and I was poor, I couldn't buy it. I can buy it now. So like I think there was a period I got into like manga for a while, so I've got a shelf full of manga books. Yeah, all of them are pretty much all of them are red, but there's like a handful that I bought that I haven't touched yet, so that's on the backlog. And even like there's a period where I got like some Digimon, and some Tamagotchi. Had them for a bit. Oh, they were active for a bit. Like they're still there, but you know, I'm pretty sure they're dead or deactivated, or they're just like on one of my shelves somewhere, just collecting dust. Plastic. Yeah, because I remember I got the like the brand new like new generation Tamagotchis, like the micro ones, and I'm like, oh, those are kind of like not bad. And I got one of the newer Digimon, and oh my god, it was so loud compared to like the micro The micro Tamagotchis. I was like, holy crap. This thing wants your attention and then some. Goodness. But yeah, I never had a Furby. I remember a couple of kids had a Furby. And I remember a friend of mine, he had a neglected Furby. Like it was like pretty much like dying behind the couch as I went like over to his house like once. I'm like, you gonna take care of that? He's like, nah, it's fine. It's like slowly was like dying. It's like battery was like almost dead. You just hear like the gurgles, like a whirring of like noises as it was trying to live. Goodness. Obviously got bored of it and just kind of like gave up on it. So. Though I guess if you collect them, you wouldn't want them active, right? So. It's constantly trying to take care of all of them. Christ. I took care of Furbies for 100 days, and here's what happens. I think we were talking about this last time, like YouTube challenge videos, trying to like come up with like the weirdest stuff. Though, hey man, it's out there. Oh, I think we were saying like last time, like curiosity is like the one thing that gets people to click your content, right? Because there's always those, videos that are like, I tried this for 100 days, you would never believe what happens, and like the thumbnail is him like regular, but like it's like before and after, and the after is always like blurred out, question mark. So it's like, I want to see what that looks like. And even if it isn't that, they still got your click, so absolutely baited. Yeah, there's definitely fans for anything, I guess. Okay. Yeah, that'll work. Yeah, so I guess I can more or less like trace this body, right? Yeah. And just use that. That's fine. Yeah, and then he's closed mouth. But what I'm gonna like use that and then just have his. I wish I could do that. Oh, if that's the case, I want to like draw like a different body then, right? So, okay. I guess I just undo. Ah, I was gonna erase it, save myself some time. Ooh, it's like a dot here. Absolutely not visible, but hey, there we are. Like that, and then like that. There we are. It's getting intense. Yeah, so I'll more or less just take this and then erase the mouth. Because he's just going to say love, right? So, yep. I was going to draw a different face, but we can just use this one. That should work. And then like, looks like a sideways like mouth. Oh yeah, perfect. Although maybe I should do like just one line. Where does it matter? But yeah, there we are. That's probably a bit better. Yes, the idea is. Yes, I'm gonna animate the head as a whole. So instead of doing lip sync, I'm gonna animate it all as one, right? Oh, is the eyebrows to worry about? There is. Oh crap! I almost forgot. Goodness, they're about to disappear. Goodness, to play this unless this thing sucks. Could we, yeah, could you play something else that's random? There we go. That's better. Please, not 2 songs from the same game, thank you. Okay, so he starts speaking like immediately, so. Yo, Carbon Water. Love your animations, man. Ah, cheers, appreciate it. Thank you very much. Yeah, we're trying to get there. We are slowly getting there. 1 frame at a time. Yes. Because I was saying earlier, like the whole idea behind these streams was so I have a motivator to actually make this, because there's been so many weekends where I don't work on this at all, and I'm like, I need to get this done, man. If I don't work on it, it's gonna get nowhere. So, and I know that a lot of you are definitely waiting for this, so I'd hate to disappoint. Okay, so if I want to make this blue, let's do that. So there's going to be some slowdown here, right? So we'll do that. And so what am I else like? I guess my copy and pasting this won't be a great idea. Yeah, because in theory I could like draw the frames and then copy them to the other side, but it's fine. All good. Maybe we might do a smear. Like make it so that his like mouth kind of like snaps open and shut. Right. Yeah. So his mouth's going to be open as long as possible and closed for as long as possible. Is this from this song? Oh, the Ascent. Yeah. Because a friend of mine has been like wanting me to play. I wanted to play that through. I'll play through that game with me. But the thing is, like, we beat it together, and then like he's like, "I want to do it again." I was like, "But we did it. It's done." I think because we also had a third friend that also wanted to play through with, but I'm like, I've done it before, so not really that. Not as interested as I was the first time. But I remember there was like one song that was like really cool, and I tried finding it. I'm not sure if I added it, but because like a lot of the music sounds very similar to each other. So I tried finding it, but I'm not sure if I added it or not. But I wasn't willing to go through the whole entire playlist and trying to find one like synth track that sounds slightly different than the others. Because the music is good, but a lot of tracks sound very, very similar to each other. Did I add a, oh yeah, did I add an ear on the other side here? Good. It's right in front of me. So if anything, we want to make it closer to like the blue line, right? Yeah. Because this isn't necessarily going to be able to be smeared. A little bit. Not really though, but I'm trying. Mm. Let me smear these pupils right. And then with the word love, is it just okay? So it should just be like an easy open close animation, right? Because there's no like it's not like a sound or like a p sound, so it should be just la. So it should just open and close, right? Oh, hang on. Well, I guess yeah, the teeth will kind of come down a little bit more. Yeah, yeah. And then these teeth will go way up. Yeah, because I don't know, there's something like satisfying about like a mouth like opening in reverse, kind of. It like snapping backwards instead of like the jaw coming downwards like that. It goes upwards like that. So like the mouth kind of stays where it is, where like the rest of the head moves. I don't know. Mildly entertaining. All right, so that's gonna slow down for this. Oh crap! I forgot to draw the eyebrows again. Amazing. Okay. I think it's because like a lot of times I don't bother with eyebrows. I only like draw them like when I need to. So I just completely forget. Right. Yeah. I think like his sideburns, but it's like growing and like shrinking. It's gonna look kind of weird, but it's fine. Nobody will notice. It's fine. It's like you'll be looking here, or you won't be looking here. Correct? Yes. I'm gonna hide things in the background. You'll never notice. Oh, to be fair, there actually was a whole bunch of stuff that I think it was both me and my background artist did hide in the background of the Persona animations. A lot of them were like really obvious, but I think I made them a bit too obvious in part one, so I tried to kind of scale it back a bit. So because the idea was like I wanted to like hide stuff in the background, so upon repeat viewings, you'd be like, "Oh, check that out!" Right? Because I think I saw a video of like how Pixar they always hide stuff in the background of their movies, so I wanted to do something similar. And in part one, I made it way too obvious. It was like borderline, like they were just sitting there, like dead center of the frame, or not even that. So it was really obvious to see. Um, so I think it was in part two, I made it a bit more subtle, and in part three, I made it really subtle. So there has been a whole bunch of stuff in part three that people have not found yet. So hey, if you want to go hunting, go for it. I mean, that video needs a couple more views, right? Right. It's kind of crazy though, like the drop off comparatively with the parts, because I know that does happen with like part one, part two, part three. Like people slowly drop off. It's like less and less people that end up watching the next part. But because I think Part 1 has 2 million views, Part 2 has 1 million, and Part 3 only has 300,000. So it doesn't even have 500,000, which is very surprising, in my opinion. Considering I reckon I put more effort into Part 3 than I did Part 2, but I don't know. Maybe the hype was there with the second one. With Part 3, it'd be like, yeah, more of the same. Right. I'm trying my best. I don't know. It's probably just a YouTube thing, right? Because I do see that all the time, especially with like bigger like YouTubers that do like gameplay throughs. Whenever they do like a multi-plot series, it's like part number 1 has a massive amount of views, then part 2 has less, part 3 has less, part 4 has less. So. That makes me wonder when I eventually release this, how it's gonna do. Like, not that I care that much, but yeah, I kind of care. Because I've always said I've never done this for the views, never done it for money. So, like, if you're doing YouTube for money, you're doing it for the wrong reasons, my guy. It is very difficult. Like, if you're doing it for money, YouTube's more or less just, you know, that platform to give you views. It's not the, you're not going to earn much money on YouTube in these days anyway, that's for sure. Though YouTube is still extremely popular, so there's so many people that just, you know, use YouTube as their view gatherer, and then it's like, support me on Patreon, or they get sponsors, or whatever. So, oh, did I forget to draw the ear on the last frame? Oh crap, I did. Goodness, I forgot the ear, and I forgot the forgot the ear, and forgot the eyebrows. Oh boy. Oh yeah, and I did add Persona music because I guess I was like, yeah, it'd be fitting, right? Because I think like last time I streamed, I didn't have any Persona music at all, so I was like, yeah, I guess it makes sense. But to be fair, it was like nothing but Persona music, I'd probably go insane. Because if it's like the same soundtrack, you have to listen to it for like hours and hours and hours. To be fair, that is Persona games in a nutshell, but you know, you take breaks, you're not sitting there for like, you know. Oh, I guess, like, you know, 2+ hours, but I don't know. It depends on like the area of the game that you are. It changes based on your position. It's not just it'll play whatever for like 4 minutes at a piece. You could be on this screen for 20 seconds and this screen for 30 seconds. And like, does anybody ever hear the battle theme in full in that game? Nope. Didn't think so. Okay, do we want these teeth to be closed? Do I want to draw? I just want to do like this. Yeah. Just draw like that, I guess, should be fine. I guess I'll just be like real quickly, right? So, yeah. Ooh. I can already feel it in my thumb. Goodness. It's like going on a hike, but I'm using my fingers instead of my feet, right? Yeah, to be fair, like the more you do something, the better you get used to it. Maybe I just like I'm out of practice. I don't know. Because I remember I used to be able to draw for like quite a while, but to be fair, I wasn't drawing the whole entire time, and I was taking it very slowly, so I was taking it at my own pace. But then again, it's like, you slowly get used to things over time. Like I think my current job, it requires to be on my feet, constantly walking around. Um, and I remember the first few months I was doing it, I couldn't handle it. It was just so painful, extremely painful, to the point where like my feet would swell up because of the pain. But now it's fine. Now it's like whatever, I don't care. I can do it, no problem, and I don't feel anything. I guess like the body adapts over time. Yeah, that makes me wonder, like, because I usually have a couple of weeks off work, um, and my next planned one is coming up soon. So I'm wondering if you guys would be down for me like streaming like every day, or maybe that'd be a bit too much. Just bombard you guys with art streams, and then you're like, nah, man, I didn't sign up for this. Unsubscribe. Brew animates. Yes. Um, yeah, no. I guess like it's up to me, but still. I always like don't want to like overload people, but I guess it's like people that do upload, every day. I don't know. Okay. Oh, almost done. I was like looking at the bottom half of me, and I was like, done with that frame. Did not look up. Oh, it's a game I got to play through at some point. Lisa, the painful RPG. Because I remember I've tried a couple of playthroughs, and every single time I've gotten a bit and then like stopped. So I don't know. I definitely need to do like a proper run of that game for sure. Okay. So that should be the slowdown I need. Yes. Sick. And then we just do it in the other direction, right? But I want to do the other side first. Yeah, that might be a better idea. Just so I have more frames to work with. Yeah. If anything, I want to make this. Yeah. Yeah, do an in-between frame of these two here, so it starts off kind of slow. Or maybe make this the smear. Because I'll make it so that this smear, this way, is kind of closer to the top, but then this way it'll be closer to the bottom. So, makes sense, right? So his head is kind of a bit elastic. Like you push over a slinky, and then like the top part moves, but the bottom part kind of stays where it is. Similar idea. Hmm. Maybe a bit too high. No, it's fine. Yeah. Oh yeah, my drink. I completely forgot. Ugh. I'm gonna dehydrate over here. Perfect. Actually, hang on. Am I able to see like the viewer counts or the viewers or who's watching? Watch out, you guys are gonna get exposed. Here I come. I'm coming in. Participants? Oh, I see. Oh, interesting. So there's more. Okay, so there's some people that don't have YouTube accounts that are also watching. Because the amount of people that I'm seeing in there is actually it's more than the amount of people that are actually listed and are watching. That's interesting. Although it might be what is it? There's like those YouTube accounts that you have to make to have YouTube that aren't necessarily like you don't have a channel, right? So it could be one of those. Could also be that. Also, it could be bots, but I wouldn't be surprised. Stop watching bots. I'm gonna say the phrase 00100111001, and then your head explode. Was it you say the was that from Futurama? You say like the say like a double negative, like some sort of impossibility, and like robots cannot handle it, so they have to destroy themselves or something like that. I don't know. Oh no, that's it. It's a paradox, right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You say an impossible paradox and they try to comprehend it and they can't, so they just have to destroy themselves. Yes. Oh god. It's like so many of these songs that just like end with like no fade out, it's just like a dead cut. It's like, ugh, very jarring. Make that one closer. goes here. Yeah. Wait, don't forget to draw his eyebrows, right? Correct? Yes. Remember. Yeah, okay, it's fine. Make those lines extend a bit, but there. Yeah, excellent. Cool. Then I'll kind of. Okay, cool. No, it should be right. Yeah, it's fine. Just wondering. Yeah, I just like to do like a regular in between for that, like no easing or anything. So it should just flow into like the next frame. Easy peasy. Because there's no point of easing it if it's just gonna like start up right away. If anything, oh. Oh no, yeah, close mouth is fine. I was thinking like maybe I could like ditch the closed mouth completely, but that's okay. Because like if you just start speaking immediately, oh, it doesn't start speaking immediately. There's at least like a couple of frames where it doesn't happen, but not that anybody's gonna notice. What? He didn't start speaking in this scene until 32.9 seconds when he starts speaking at 32.8 seconds. Actually, like it wouldn't actually be like the second, it'd be like the frame. But people going through your work frame by frame. Goodness, if only I could be so lucky. Because like there's some people that have gone through what is it, Kubrick movies frame by frame and just like look for like little things. Like little like things that line up. Like little nuances. And by staring at it for so long, they kind of just make up their own bullcrap. I think there's a quote-unquote documentary about The Shining, and it's just like a bunch of like fans that have like gone like combed through the movie like a billion times, and like they're like, oh, you see here, and there's a bear here, there's a poster of a bear, so you see that reflects to this, and that means this, and it's like I don't think he had that idea at all. Probably just put a poster of a bear there, because probably a hotel had a poster of a bear, right? So. It's reading into things way too much or trying to make something that's not there. And then, of course, if you sound like you know what you're going to talk about, people are going to be like, oh, yeah, I see it. Yes. What's up, y'all? Good to see your work in progress stuff. Ah, cheers. Yes, we are slowly getting there. 1 frame at a time. But yeah, good to see you too. Yeah, I'm not sure if this be anybody's, well, not everybody's cup of tea, but this is the process, and this does show everybody that I am working on this slowly. But yeah, I do see people come in and go, but I don't expect anybody to stay. Makes sense. I mean, I am playing music, but otherwise, I don't know. I don't think I could stick around for a whole entire art stream and just watch it, but I don't know. Not bad for background music, I guess, but then again, I am just doing it, I'm not watching it. I don't think I actually watch any art streams myself. Like, I don't think I've ever like watched like another person live on YouTube, to be honest, at all, ever. So, like, even my setup isn't based on anything. So it's just like, okay, does this work? Sure. I remember watching the first one after playing the original Persona 5 in like 2017, I think. Yeah. Yeah, it's been a minute, that's for sure. Yeah, because as I've explained before, parts 1 and 2 was made when I had no job, so I could literally work on it every day if I wanted to, and I pretty much did. Though even as that may be the case, it took me roughly a year to make each part. And that's why part 3 and the upcoming part 4 is taking quite a bit longer because I am now employed. So a lot of my week is working and then sleeping and then working and then sleeping and then working. So yes. But yeah, we'll be done eventually. Hopefully later than sooner, but sooner than later. Sorry, the other one. Yes, yes. But also, this is a motivator to work on it as well, doing streams. So yeah, such a good frame to join on the stream. Very brand for the Persona comic dump. Exactly. If it's not weird and distorted and bouncy, not all wobbly, I don't want it. I don't want to look at it. Right. Also, check out that frame. Hell yeah. But yeah, currently it's looking like it's kind of snapping there, but we're gonna kind of. Oh, actually, do I want the? Well, I guess I am making it kind of. Yeah, maybe I wanted to like snap up a bit sooner. Right? Yeah, because I want his mouth to be open for as long as possible. So yeah, so if anything, we'll get closer to the blue frame as possible. So it kind of snaps open and then snaps closed again. Right? Yeah, that's the idea. Keep up the great work, man. You'll get there eventually. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're slowly getting there. Yeah, because that's a recent. There's been so many weekends where I'm like, yeah, maybe I might work on it, and then I just play video games all day. So yeah. So this was also a motivator because there's been like so many weekends that just roll by where I haven't touched it at all. So, but hey, if I tap at it away, tap away at it. Sorry, it'll get there eventually. You do that all the time too? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the way I think of it is kind of like how a person would like carve a statue. Like they start with like a big chunk of rock, right? But hey, they have that that tiny hammer and chisel, and they slowly chip away at it. They slowly do it, and after a while, you get some pretty cool, or statuesque, I guess. What's your profile picture streamer model based on? The original icon that I used, I think there was some like artwork that I saw. I'll draw it real quick. There was like a bunch of like guys that all had the same face, like like this, like the same kind of face. I think it was like I saw it in like high school, but like they all had like the same face, like this, and they're kind of like just walking along. Well, I guess like they were like marching along, and they had they had like were holding like banners with like flags on them and whatnot, kind of like that ish. Um, but I remember I saw that and I was kind of like, I'm gonna take that and kind of use it. Could not tell you who the artist was or what it was based off or what it was for, but I took that idea and kind of ran with it. And I remember like the longest time I ended up using like a really crappy like drawn version for like my logo. But after a while, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna clean this up a bit and make it look real nice. So, and the character model kind of came from that as well. It actually was for my friend's stream. I drew that PNG tuber model for, because he was doing like a PNG tuber for his stream, and he wanted guests on. So I drew that for him, and then I more or less just took that and put it on here. So. How do you feel about the Persona 4 remake rumors and the voice actors' tweets about it? I did see that. Though I have suspicions that it may be a double negative. Because you'd think if they'd be asked, if they say nothing, or if they're like, I don't want to talk about it, people would be like, oh, it's confirmed they're going to be in it. Right. So them saying, oh yeah, I tried, but or it's like I wasn't asked back. I reckon maybe they're in it. But them saying, oh yeah, about that, I tried asking them, but they were like, no. Because they didn't say they were in it, right? Because there's always contracts where you can't actually talk about it. Though them saying, oh yeah, I wasn't in it. And then maybe the day is going to come and they're going to be surprised we are actually in it. But also they might be doing a brand new cast, much like Persona 3 remake, which would be fine, I guess. Because I think I tweeted about this, and I was like, the way you should think about remakes is it should be a brand new chapter versus just rehashing the old. So if they have like brand new voice actors, it'd be fine. But if they had the old voice actors, it'd be fine too. So either or. But I know people are probably going to be pissed either way, but regardless. I mean, hey, they changed Chie's original voice actor from original Persona 4 to Golden. Though to be fair, there is still quite a bit of debate about that. But I don't know. Yo, I thought it was Karo Sensei. Yes. Oh, of course. I'm gonna. I'm assuming that's a reference to something. It's not coming to mind, but enlighten me, please. Yeah, I really need to play through. Oh, if anything, if I'm assuming it's real, the remake, and that'll be a good excuse to revisit it. But I think even with the Golden re-releases, I got through. I think I got through to Naruto, and then I kind of just stopped. So I think I just got distracted by some other games, but because I've seen all the stuff that happens in the original Persona 4, for the PS2. It's just like a lot of this extra stuff, like the ski trip and this and that, and we go on vacation and that. I haven't seen that from Golden, so I like wanted to play through to see that stuff, but I didn't even get that far. So you have to kind of like mine your way through the stuff you've already done to get the extra stuff. I don't get why people would dislike a new cast, to be honest. I don't get me wrong, the original cast, but a new cast to be not too bad either. Correct, but people hate change. So you change anything, I don't like it, even if it's for the better. You're gonna change this, I don't like it. Like there's been like so many things, like even like with acting roles, before they even have seen the performance, they know the actor and they're like, I hate it. You haven't even seen the performance, my guy. No, they're gonna do a bad job based on what? So I don't know. It's a lot of speculation as well. So a lot of people have their own theories about how things should be. And if it's not exact, they don't like it. But regardless, they're still probably going to support it anyway because they're a fan, correct? So yes. He's the invincible bright yellow sort of squid-like teacher from the anime called Assassination Classroom. Oh, that's why it sounds familiar. I have some of that. Right. Yeah, I think I've actually I've forgotten like every character's name in that. Yeah, because I've read some of that, though I haven't read it in a minute. Because I think I bought one of the books thinking it was the next one, but it was like one like way further. So hang on, actually maybe have a look. They're not too far away from me, so let me just jump up and do that. Yeah, because I was reading. Let me bed down. Oh yeah, because I was reading number 6. So that's as far as I got. Oh yeah, and I bought number 14 because I thought it was number 4, and I didn't realize it was number 14. So I have number 14 randomly because I didn't see the 1, and I thought it was number 4, and I was like, I didn't realize until after the fact, until I bought it. It's like, oh, whoops. So yeah, because I think it was like just after they got like the robot classmate, or because I noticed that was like the loop of the manga anyway. I haven't watched the anime, but I'm assuming it's similar. A lot of it was like, we got a new classmate, here's their weird quirks, etc. Like we get it like a what was it? There was like an assassination person, and there was like a person from overseas, and there was like a robot. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah, I'll have to get back on that at some point, though. Though it's not expensive, but still, it's like when you like have the whole entire thing, it's like how much money did I spend on this? Oh, probably more than I should have, right? Because I have all of Gantz, the original Gantz anyway. I have all of JoJo Part 4 and 5. And just like looking at those, and like they were like, oh, those were like $30 a piece. How much is that again? Oh dear. So it's not expensive to buy one, but when you want all of them, it's like yikes. Well, I guess you could just compare it to like a box set, right? And those are like a few $100, so. Hmm. No, to be fair, you're not buying it all at the same time. You're buying it in chunks, right? Okay. I know someone who's really into the One Piece manga and can imagine how expensive that's become. Oh yeah, exactly. When they're like over 100 volumes. Like even One Piece, I have a lot of as well. But I find One Piece is extremely difficult to read Like I've told a lot of my friends, it's like, yeah, One Piece is like reading like a real novel. Just like it's good when it's simple, but when it becomes like really complex and there's so many characters to follow and there's so much chaos going on, so much fighting, and every scene is like a different, pretty much like it's like a different world. It's like so hard to like follow like every panel, and it's like goodness gracious. It's like I'd rather read something that has like 5 characters versus X. It's like, you know, they're like 80 something characters, and you have to follow them all. It's like goodness gracious. I love you. Well, big love back at you. Cheers. Appreciated. This is what I look like. I have no hair. No, kidding. Actually, I've been growing out my hair because it's currently winter here, so I need the warmth. So, because I've made that mistake in the past, got like a haircut in the winter, made it really short, and I was like, that was a bad idea. And everything's really cold. Yeah, and I want to see how far I can push it as well. Because I've like never had like really long hair, so it might be a cool experiment. And where I'm working now, you can pretty much have like as, you know, as long as hair as you want, as long as you can fit it around a hairnet. Because I've seen some people work where I work that have some really excessive hair and they're able to fit it under a hairnet, so I'm assuming I can probably push it for quite a while. G'day, Bruce. Howdy, howdy. How are we? Oh, g'day, mate. Few stubbies, yeah, and put some bush on the tucker, yeah. Oh, yeah. Like I can't stand people that have like a very thick Australian accent. It makes my skin crawl for some reason. It's like, ugh. Everyone's got to have a long hair face. Exactly. You got to try it once. It's like dyeing your hair. You know, you got to try it once. I mean, I've done it. It wasn't a great experience, but I've done it. Like it was fine, but it was during high school, and it was when Eminem was very popular. So my hair was very short and it was very blonde. So everyone was like, Marshall Mathers. So I got that every day for a couple of months. Everyone thought I was trying to be like him, but I'm like, my brother had some leftover hair dye, and I was like, okay, that was the whole story. Ugh. What's this from again? Oh yeah, Silent Hill, right? Yeah, yeah. That's right. I remember this was somebody's Be Right Back song for their Twitch stream, and I was like, good choice. Though to be fair, that drives me mad. Where people have like one song on their Be Right Back screen, and it could be that looping over and over for any X amount of time. It's like goodness gracious. Let me mute this and then unmute it when you come back. You've been eyeing Xenoblade 2 for the past few days, debating whether you should get it or not. Xenoblade. Oh yeah, I did actually. I did play a bit of that. Didn't really like it that much. Like it was alright. Because I got it as like a chill kind of game, and it was that, but also it was a bit too chill. So I did find I was more or less like doing the exact same thing every fight, but I guess you like unlock more stuff as you go. But even there was a boss I went up against, and I was like, oh no, the boss is too strong, and I just grinded for like 10 minutes, and it's like we beat the boss. So it's like okay. not really challenging, but because they do call it a single player MMO, and it is exactly that. So it makes me wonder about Xenoblade 1, because that's the one that everyone's like, oh my god, and even like the concept is kind of cool as well. Like these two giant titans were fighting each other until they died, and then you kind of just live on the titans. So like civilization eventually sprouted, and you're just roaming across these two giant titans that are like, you know, forever clashed in battle. So, but hey, if that's your thing, who's to stop you? And if it's on sale, absolutely, because Nintendo products, you gotta jump on them when they're on sale. Because holy crap, they rarely go on sale. It's either full price or go to hell. Yeah, though I think they've been doing they've been slowly like, you know, doing some of their games, like they've been like, you know, putting them at some price off. Though it's not by much, because you know they know that people love their first party titles. So if anything, it'd be like 20% off or 15% off. You won't ever see them at like, you know, half off or lower. No, never ever. That's what I'm being forced is it still costs 60 goddamn dollars. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think it was when the Wii U came out. I was like, that's cool. It has Wii backwards compatibility, right? So I was buying Wii games for them. I was buying Mario Galaxy, the first Wii game, or not probably not the first Wii game, but one of the first, and it was still fucking still full price. So yeah, some Nintendo games go on sale, or even if you're getting them secondhand, they're still so expensive. Yeah, exactly, because the market price never goes down. So even if you get them second hand, they're not even going to be that much off. So yeah, because I think that was what was it? There was some person at Nintendo that was like that whole entire mentality that like we should never lower the price of our games because people, you know, are willing to pay and love our games. So and for some reason that's been the mentality since like probably like the Super Nintendo games days or even earlier. Hard to say. Hard to say. Hmm. 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 Yeah, and even these days, how like depending on how rare a game is. Because I was just thinking of like some older games that didn't sell that well, which are like considered like gems because they didn't sell that well, even though some of the games aren't that great. So, what was it? There was like some. Oh no, it was Clay Fighter because it was a Video Easy exclusive. The Sculptor's Cut is very rare and very expensive, and it's not that great. So yes. For legal reasons, I do not recommend using an emulator, right? Hey man, I played a lot of my Super Nintendo experiences, Nintendo 64 experiences, on games I couldn't get on an emulator. But what's the word? If you already own it, it's perfectly fine, right? Just say I own it, right? I must have bought this at some point. I can't remember, but yeah, sure, right? I think that's the defense. If you already bought it, there's no harm. Worst JRPG in your opinion? Oh, know. I don't think I've ever played any bad JRPGs. Like, there's a bunch I haven't kind of finished. Like, I think I was recently playing through SMT3, and even that wasn't bad. It was just very samey. Like, you're more or less kind of like just rolling through the same dungeon, kind of, over and over. So, yeah, I'm not sure. My hand hurts? Same. Look at all these things I've been drawing. That one, and that one, and that one, and that one. Yeah, I don't know, actually. I think there's been more RPGs that I've kind of just started and haven't finished than ones that I've actually beaten. And being like, that was great! Right. Hmm. I'm just trying to think. Yeah, RPGs usually scale. The ones that I played anyway scale kind of reasonably. Hmm. How long are you planning on streaming for? Let's see. Where are we at? Where at? Do. Where's the uptime? OBS, please. There's no uptime? What? The heck? Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, we're just at past 2 hours now. Yeah, so maybe for a bit longer. I kind of want to finish the sequence, so maybe when I finish, like, this part. Yeah, maybe after then, so... Yeah. Drawing all day and playing guitar makes my hand feel like it's gonna fall off, right? Yeah, that's exactly what I'm like. Yeah, I'm only gonna stream for like 2-3 hours. No more. Otherwise my hand will explode. Right. But hey, you could always learn to play guitar with the other hands. So you can draw with your right hand. I'm guessing that's the majority, but hey, I draw with my left hand, but I'm not gonna assume. But then you can play guitar with your left hand. So like, it might feel weird at first, but hey, if you do it enough, you'll eventually learn. Although again, it's hard to say. Yeah, I wonder if that'd be like drawing, actually, because I've like never learned to play an instrument, so I wonder if you can only like play an instrument like one way. Because I know that people can only like draw with like one hand or like use like one hand to write. I'm assuming it'd be similar, right? Hard to say. It's like I can't like just start using my right hand to draw just suddenly. Actually, let me try. Oh no, this is gonna go bad. Oh Christ. Oh God, look at that line. Oh boy. Uh-oh. I can't draw straight. Goodness. Yeah, that doesn't work. Yeah, much easier with the left. So after X amount of years, I just start to try to draw on the other opposite hand. In the wrong time zone of this stream. It's already past bedtime. Yeah, no worries. All good. Yeah, cheers for stopping by. Not a problem. And I guess you can always watch it later if you really want to, but I don't know, why would you? But but yeah, cheers for stopping by. All good. Not a problem. Yeah, because I'm gonna try to do this at least once a week. Just to try to keep me nice and motivated. And if anything, I might draw again tomorrow. I probably won't stream it, but because I think that might be the idea to draw like twice a week. Because my work schedule is 4 days on, then 3 days off. So if I draw two times in a week, that should keep things nice and regulated, right? Yes. Don't understand why Hayam Daisy stopped working on the comic. Ended up on Risei's Dungeon. It's a pretty big letdown in my opinion. Probably because they started doing their own stuff. Like they even abandoned their moniker completely. Because what are they called now? Gigi Gigi, Gigi DG, right? And it might be just a creative pursuit, no doubt. Because even she and both Sapphire both pretty much abandoned Persona as a whole, and just I'm guessing just wanted to move on to other things. Possibly didn't want to be known for this forever. Because even I've tried to get in contact with Sapphire personally. I tried to get in contact with her via her Facebook page, and I did notice a lot of her posts, like the ones that are like referencing her original music, they're like being like, "Oh yeah, you know that track was great." She'd be like, "Thanks." And every other post that was like, "Hey, I love your Persona thing," she didn't respond to it all. So, and even I tried emailing her personally and got no response. So yeah, I'm assuming it may be just a creative thing. That you get known for something that you didn't really have that much involvement in. Like I'm guessing the original comic is probably its own, counterpoint for that, but it is also based off a video game, so versus her original comics, which aren't based off a video game, or to be fair, they aren't as popular. So actually, I should look into that. Try reading her original comics. Might be a cool idea. Yeah. Like the cycle begins again. Someone does a voice dub based on her original comics, and someone comes along and animates it, and then she tries to distance herself from that. It begins anew. Right. Oh, to be fair, I think that's like the way you always get like a fan following, right? You make parody work, and then when you get enough fans with parody work, then you start making original content, and then you get your name out there, right? Um, versus just trying to make original content straight up. You get nowhere. Like even I tried for years because I remember I thought the way to make yourself big on Newgrounds when that was huge was like, oh, you got to make an original series. So I tried so many things. Or to be fair, I wasn't really that great as everyone else, but I thought I was. It's like, why am I as big as Psychic Pebbles and Oni NG and etc.? Um, to be fair, I guess I was like still learning in my own right, but I thought I was as good, though clearly that wasn't the case. Yeah. But yeah, I think somebody said if you more or less you make parody work, and if you get 10,000 followers, then that's enough. Then you can more or less make anything you want, and they'll support it. So yeah, to be fair, I do have more than that, but definitely want to finish this before I even give that some thought. Because there's like a bunch of series that I would love to make new parts for. Like I had I had the Carbon Show, and then I had Anti-Gravity Cat and Mr. D and Apartment in Space. So those are all things I could work in the future. But yeah, it's for Future thoughts. Absolutely. Mm. Ooh. Yeah, but it's kind of crazy how popular that comic became as well. Because I remember I actually found the original comic before I found the dub as well. Somehow. Like, I didn't even really know about Persona 4. Like, I knew about Persona 4, but that was pretty much through that two best friends play Machinima episode where they played it for a bit, and that's all I knew about it. But even like reading the comic and like watching the original voice dub, I was like, this is hilarious. Like I had no context, but still, I was like, this is great. And I think I ended up going back to it like every year, and I was like, someday I'd like to animate that. And I believe I was working on a project that just wasn't working. And it was about that time that was it that do it meme that was going around? Who was that who did that? The do it, make your dreams come true. Cannot remember the actor's name for the life of me. Like it's there, it's in my brain, but the name's not coming to me. But anyway, it was around the time that was going crazy and going viral. And I was like, you know what? He has a point. I should just do it and make my dreams come true. So I dropped my original project that wasn't working, and I started then and there. So, and the rest is history, as they say. Oh, it's Shia LaBeouf. That's right. God, I hate how my brain works. There's like some things that I'm like so familiar with, but I won't remember until it's way too late. It's really, really embarrassing when I forget somebody's name. Like my brain, like I know it's just my brain just don't remember in the moments. I think it was at work I needed somebody to cover somebody else, but like I didn't remember their name in the moment, and I was like, "Hey, can you cover that person over there?" And they're like, "Okay," just awkwardly. Like a person I've known for years, and just randomly I was like, "Oh god." Super awkward. Yeah, and even I've debated probably continuing with this after part 5, but at the same time, because I believe it was the people who did the dubs for the Metal Gear I Am Daisy comics, they wanted to make a brand new part based on part 4, but even that they got shut down by I Am Daisy herself, or Gigi DG herself. So even that's like enough to be like, I don't want to touch it. So, though to be fair, even if I did try to make my own new part, probably couldn't do it justice anyway. So, because I'm a guy that just draws things. I'm not a writer. I'm not a script writer. Like I've always found writing extremely tough. To be fair, I could just like do the game and be like, "Whoa, a wacky thing happens," or take this moment and take it to the extreme, or I don't know. I probably think I wouldn't be doing it justice. Then again, I guess like it also could be like the reason why she abandoned it as well. Could also be like that dumb thing that I made, which I didn't think that was going to blew up. So could also be that. So I think a lot of artists also find that the work that they end up not putting that much effort to and thinking it's really simple and basic and kind of stupid. that's the thing that ends up like blowing up and like making them popular. So, because I think even ERF just talked about that, like Metal Gear Awesome. He's like, "This is stupid," and uploaded it. And then the next morning, he was like, "I'm #1 on Newgrounds." What? So. Yeah. Then again, that's like an artist's, I don't know, dilemma, I guess, because you're always your own harshest critic. So you're like, that wasn't that good. You shouldn't like it, and everyone loves it. It's like, no, don't like it. I like this other thing that I put more effort into. No, we like this dumb thing more. Oh, I see. Like even I made a really bad Skyrim parody way back in the day when Skyrim very first came out. Um, and that got a fair amount of views. So, all for me back in the day. So, like, I think at that point, like all my cartoons had like 200 views or something like that, and that got like 30,000 views comparatively. So, like, it probably has way more now, but yeah. Um, okay, cool. Excellent. Looking good. Do we need to draw another frame here, or can I just pretty much keep this one for 2 frames? Yeah, I'll keep it for 2 frames. It's more or less, it's borderline like, right? It's very, very close. Yeah, it's fine. You could always go back in there and add another frame if I really wanted, which I probably will, but gotta be 1 frame every frame. Otherwise, I'm not satisfied. Do we want to make this red? Sure. My effing teacher said. But I hit every single time I hear this song. That Joel edit. Oh, we need to make close to the blue one. Oh, crap. I messed up. Oh, no. Okay. I was like, that's a bit elongated. Surely not. And that was correct. Oh, is this song that has friggin' 2 minutes of like nothing at the end? It is, isn't it? Oh no. Oh, it is. I need to remove that and add a different one. Happened last time. Goodness. I should have fixed that. I didn't do it. Oh boy, oh boy. You're right. Yeah, I'll see how many more frames I can do. Your hand is getting a bit sore, and also I think I'm getting a bit hungry. I think I need to eat soon, so. Because I can feel my stomach going. So it's about that time. But I wonder if I should order something now, and then maybe when I'm done, it will be here. Because I usually don't order food because it's expensive, but I think it might be due time. Let's get some cheeky fast food real quick. Yeah. Or maybe like a souvlaki or something. Not souvlaki, what's the other thing? Ah, kebab, right? Yeah. That's the one. It's like souvlaki, kebab, gyro, pretty much all the same thing, in my opinion. I need help coming up with a name for my new OC. What is your new OC? Are they a person? Also, what do they look like? Also, I'm probably not the best source for names. I have trouble naming my characters in video games, but hey, we'll see. It's always worth a second opinion, right? Yeah. Oh, to be fair, I did name, like I've been playing was it To a T that recently came out? And I named the main character Cookie, and I kind of like that. It's like very fitting. So. Um, Also going to be based on the region, I guess. The Japanese have very Japanese names. America have very American names. Yeah, and a lot of the times when you like look for like a random name like online, is that you take like forever, and the one you end up choosing doesn't really work. So you're looking for something very specific, but it doesn't quite hit right. Like we could do better, but yeah, even sometimes like a great last name can make a character. Like you could do like a basic first name, but even like their last name, makes them. It's like your name's Johnny. Johnny what? Johnny Thunderfist. Oh, that's kind of cool, right? So, though I think like the most recent name that I that I've heard, um, there was a German stream that I was watching. He was doing the Dollhouse, which was like a borderline parody of The Sims, and there was a side character that came up, and he's like, "Oh, how you doing? What's your name?" He's like, "Oh, my name's Les. Let's do it." And I remember that just like floored me. His name was Les Do It. I remember I just died laughing. I'm like, that's so good. Let's do it. Holy crap, I couldn't believe it. Mm. Looking good, man. Cheers, you too. Yeah, we're getting there. Yeah, what do we got? Couple more frames in this sequence. It's kind of like where we at. Oh yeah. Yeah, there we are. Yeah, so it closes very nicely, but we're trying to get that open part the same. Yeah, because I want his mouth to be open for as long as possible. So yeah, so we're doing that. Right. Yeah. That just reminds me of like awkward like restaurant interactions. Did I say this last time? I can't remember. But I remember it's like you go to like a restaurant and they'll like give it to you and they're like, enjoy your meal, and just like out of instinct you go, yeah, you too. And like you're like, oh shit, I can never come back here ever again. I can never show my face ever again. What have I done? Yeah, there's been some like weird responses that I've done. Like I'll say like I'll say like the first half of something, but I won't finish it. Like I'll just say something like completely else. My brain wires will get crossed. I don't know. It's all up to human error, right? Ugh. My friend did that on his last day in Australia, so he got to exit the country immediately. Yo, what up, Rico? What up, man? It's my man. What do you say? Something that he didn't, that he wasn't supposed to? It's like, you're right here, buddy. Gonna give him the old Australian boot, am I right? Because it absolutely exists. I think it was, when I told my friend that you could, like, buy the, like, the boot flag from that Simpsons episode. He, like, bought it immediately. And I'm pretty sure he has it, like, on his wall in his bedroom or in his house or wherever. Somewhere. Building up the motivation to start the day. Hell yeah. You're still working on that, although I've got you on my PSN friends list, so have you seen that you've still been playing Dreams, so I'm assuming you're still making that Last of Us type game, but I'm not 100% sure, or to be honest. Yeah. I don't think I've been to your channel for a bit, but don't tell anybody, right? You've got the boot flag signed by a Simpsons comic artist? Oh shit. Yeah, damn, going up and beyond. Holy crap. Now that's cool. Very cool. You're working on that plus 10 other things inspired by your favorite games? Right. Oh, that's good then. Yeah, but at least you get into like game development. That's something that I'd love to do someday. Though at the same time, I'm like, do I really want to learn like coding and shit? It's like, ugh. I need like something that does it for me. That's already like plug and play. I need to like tell the program what to do and it does it. Like I've got the ideas, I just don't want to learn how to tell the machine to do it for me. Right? If that makes sense. Well, I guess it's subjective, right? Because you could like do 1,000 things in a game, so I guess it wants to be ready for anything. Correct. I use streams because it's basically baby mode. Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess that's how I could get started. I suppose, just get my feet wet, I guess, and then get a general idea, and be like, oh, this is kind of similar, right? Yeah. Yeah, because I've always wanted to do something that's kind of like It's kind of like a small town-ish, because I've always like loved games where like every character feels like a person that has like their own lives and schedules. So think Shenmue or Majora's Mask or Tulip, something kind of in the vein of that. But at the same time, I don't want to be like that's way too huge and I can't handle it. So you need to make that first smaller, crappy game before you dive right in, right? Bully, yeah, exactly. It's a great learning experience for basic logic, right? Um, but yeah, because I think with game development, they always say you got to make that first shitty game before you actually make something good. Like even a lot of games or a lot of indie studios that hit it big, you found that they've made something smaller beforehand. Like even what was the game that was kind of in Metroid inspired? They did quite well. Cannot recall for the life of me, but the it was made by like one guy. Um, Zor? Oh, for you? Yeah, yeah. Um, but yeah, that guy, he made Borderline a Metroid clone before he actually did that game, just so he'd know how like the formula works. So like he had a rough idea of like what to do. So going from there, then he made his video game. I was Axiom Verge. There it is. Yeah, that's my brain working. That's right. He made Axiom Verge, and he made it all himself. He did all the graphics, all the programming, all the music. It was all him. And I think even like he did that in the credits. It was like everything was made by me, or just put his name. And like a lot of people are like that's kind of narcissistic. But he's like, no, it's because I did it. I did it all. So eat shit. Like, don't call me narcissistic. I wasted all my weekends on this. Goodness, give me back my free time. Gotta love that talent. Yeah, there's like some people that can do it all. Like I remember back in the day, I was like always super jealous of like people that could do it all, like animation, voice work, writing, and I was just like, I can just draw, and that's about it. And so, right. Like I've tried doing voice acting, crap. Tried writing, crap. To be fair, if I practiced it for a while, might get better, but I don't know. Guess I've always just preferred drawing. Because even like comparing my stuff to like 10 years ago, I'd be like, that shit. Don't look at it, it's bad. Like even the first Anti-Gravity Cat episode, I think I was like rewatching that the other day. I'm like, oh my god, I'm cringing out of my soul. Help. Though at the time I was probably like, oh my god, I'm so talented. Guess the number one dreams thing you can do, you can make every aspect of a game with media just for dreams. You don't need editing software, art software, 3D software, audio software, just dreams. Yeah, exactly. You just need the one versus any other thing you need, like, you know, you need Maya or a 3D program, you need After Effects, maybe you need the coding software, you need the engine, you know, I guess. You need to like pay. Oh, I think there's even like it's like online courses, right? Where you can like pay to like learn. So I guess you could do that as well, or unless you want to take the time to like learn your own. But I guess there's tutorials for everything nowadays, so I guess you could do that, but still, hard to say. Yeah. Then again, I guess you want to try to see if you like it, because you know you don't want to spend the money if it's going to just be like a casual thing. You want to take it seriously. You want to actually pay. Correct. compile everything, bake it in dreams and hit go and it goes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I guess that'd be like the good thing, like the foot in your door, right? Correct. Love the yelling face. Looks like he's in real distress. He is. Look, he's gonna go. He's saying. He's saying love. He's yelling it as loud as he can, with reckless abandon. And he is Nickard. I tried out Unity in Unreal. It was like sticking my head in a vat of confusion. Yeah, I bet. Or even like learning any program. It's like, what? What? Like even learning Flash. Like way back in the day. Like I think the very first thing I tried doing in Flash was like importing a video. I'm like, why isn't this working? Like I'd made like a GIF in Photoshop and I tried importing it. I'm like, why isn't it working? Why is it coming up with just a video file that's not playing? So, to be fair, they have made much more iterations of Flash, so you can do that now. But at the time with Flash 8, you could not. So yeah, but yeah, it's a slow learning process. Like even like when I try to edit stuff, there's like a lot of things where I'm like, how do I do this? Oh, I gotta look it up. So, and yeah, as well, I say like there's tutorials for anything. So if you have a problem, you get stuck, you can look at a tutorial for that very specific thing. So yes, I love seeing the smear frames. They're so goofy, but add so much animation. Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's the cheat, right? You blur the lines. To be fair, I only use them when I need to like make stuff move quick, because I remember they were my crutch for like the longest time. If you look at part 1, it's like they're everywhere, so yes. I'll be listening, but I can't chat. I'm still like playing Tekken right now. Oh, okay. No worries. Enjoy that good ass Tekken, as they say. Though I heard Tekken 8's pretty bad right now, but hey man, if you like it, just enjoy it. Don't listen to the haters that say it's bad. Which is pretty much every Tekken 7 fan, right? I just wanted to import audio to Flash, and I just wanted to kill, right? Or even that, like, I found it's very, like, Flash is very specific about the exact type of audio that you can import. Like, it can drive me insane sometimes. It's like, import this file. No, can't. Okay, I'll upload it and re-download. Oh, it's fine now. It's like, what? But why? It's the exact same file. I don't understand. Ugh. Goodness. That's like the only finicky thing I've really found about Flash. Gotta go to bed? Yeah, no worries. Enjoy your sleep. And feel free to pass out to this if you want. I don't know, man. If you want. Though to be fair, I do that all the time. Get home from work, dead tired, open up my laptop, lay down, and then within 20 seconds I'm out. So it's like I'll watch this while I fall asleep, and then I'm just gone. Wake up 4 hours later, the stream's over. It's like, oh, okay, I see. Like a modding game, you gotta get that right format. Be in my power tried for hours to export a cutscene in the right format for The Last of Us, and nope, ew. Yeah, it's a bit like that. Exactly. You gotta get it exactly correct. It's like you're in somebody else's house and they have their own extreme rules that you're not used to. No, you can't play with your toys. My toys this way. You gotta play with them this way. You gotta use tongs and also put on these mitts. Right. But why do I need to shut up and do it? Same kind of vibes. Is this from I think this is the Smash Brothers version of this song, right? No, it's the original. Oh, I got bamboozled. I think I added them both, so. I was like, which one is this again? Cannot remember. And then you have the voice files, and all you have to do is add an MP3 to it, and it plays. Exactly. And then when it works, you expect it not to. And it's like, what the? It worked? I don't have to hassle around for 20 minutes? What? Or you mean like when you don't have your MP3 set up properly and you play it and the MP3 plays in its entirety? Oh, goodness gracious. I remember when that would happen. And it won't stop until it plays in its entirety. Ugh. Yeah, that. You don't have it set as stream, which should be the default, but it's not. It's like, oh boy. Yeah, to be fair, I used to do that in Flash. I used to import 3D songs as a whole MP3 and then like edit the part that I needed, like start it where I needed. But now I just probably just cut it out and just import it in, so it'd be much easier. It's like the in oh shit, the in Flash like editing isn't great. Like it works, but it's hard to tell like when you need to like start a part and then stop it. If that makes sense. This is the same song. Is it playing again? Oh, this is the this is the Smash Brothers version. Hilarious. I was just talking about this. Wait, is it exactly the same? It is the exact same song. Is it? Or is it a bit different? I think it's a bit different. Oh, it's slightly different. Okay, whatever, I'll skip it. Eat it. Where'd the chat go? Oh, goodness. There it is. Which character is this? This is Kanji. This is a sequence where he goes nuts because he doesn't want to be presumed to be gay. And he's like, I'm going to storm the girls' tents right now because I love women. Right. If you're playing music, we should, and we can't hear it? What? I've been playing music this whole entire time and you guys couldn't hear it? Hang on. Really? It's saying oh, are you messing with me? Hilarious. Had me going. Alright, but yeah, I'll pause this and I'll give you a demo. Where are we at? Let me zoom in. Okay. I'll play from the start. Let me show everything. That's fine. Yeah, you can see everything. Just the backgrounds. You can't see that right now, but yeah. Right.
Hey, thanks for letting me stay in your tent, you guys. I really appreciate. Senpai? Are you okay?
What is actually happening?
Hey, Senpai, what's up?
What Yosuke is seeing.
Care to join us?
Yeah, still an anime though.
Senpai, what? Dude, no! What if it's contagious, dude? I love women, dude! So do I! No, you don't, dude! Nuh-uh, man! I totally love chicks. I love chicks more!
If that's what you think, I'm gonna go hit the girls' tent right now! Because I love women!
Just like that. And there you go. And it's magic. It's all magic, right? Can't hear nothing? Yeah, right. Get me going once. Get me going twice. Hilarious. This is so good. Cheers. Glad you enjoy it. Yeah, because the idea is, because I got a guy helping me out with this, so I'm drawing all the roughs, like so, and then I'm going to send him over to my friend, and he's going to clean them up. and then go from there. So yeah, but there are some scenes that I'm like working on myself and like cleaning up myself. It's just that I want to make this. I want to finish this one in full and then send it off to him so he has something to work on, right? So because it's been months and he's been like, "Is this what's happening?" And I've been like, "Ah, I'm still going. I swear." So correct. I can't believe you typed in "make funny animation AI" and did it. You're so talented, right? Though I did see a post recently, of a person, no, of an animation that somebody made with AI, and it was super basic. Like there was like barely any movement at all. But I guess if you just like want two characters talking to each other, and that's it. It was pretty much just that, and then like barely moves. Like I think even a Family Guy character moves more than that. But you know, the more we use AI, the more it gets advanced, right? Because think a few months ago, AI was not as advanced as it was right now, or even like a year ago, or even like a few months ago. Because it was super basic, super jank, but now it's getting pretty close to, they can more or less be like, make so and so, and it'll make it out of nowhere, out of assets that are like made, where before like their face would move a little bit, and now it's getting crazy. Done any 3D animation? I did a 3D animation course back in the day, if that counts. So, though I do remember we did make a character model, but we don't think we did any rigging. So I think we used the pre-rigged character models to animate when we did animate. I cannot remember. It's been like way too long, but I do remember doing animation in Maya or Maya or however you say it. And I remember it was like relatively similar to this. Well, not to this, but you like took like each limb and like you'd be like, I want it to move here, just using the frames and whatnot. So it wasn't really too overly complicated. You'd probably do it, but at the same time, it's like I'll do the animation. I don't want to do the modeling or rigging. Someone else can do that. So just unlocked a memory of a kid in school who made an amazing Flash animation class and he refused to show anyone. I made OBS die. Ah! Oh, but yes, are you dead? Oh, no, it's fine. It's fine. I think. Let me check. Go to my channel to see if I'm still alive. I am. Okay. It's weird. Like every now and then, OBS will be like, "You're disconnected," and then be like, "You're connected." Like, what happened? I don't know. Flash CS4, CS5. This is CS. Hold on, this is gonna disappear in a second. Oh, this is CS6. So, yeah, but I have used CS4 in the past, and pretty much the same. So, yeah. Although nobody will top the great Flash 8, right? Best Flash of all time. Yeah, to be fair, Flash 8 was pretty great. There's like a lot of things in Flash 8 that you can't, or like a lot of like nuances that a lot of people do prefer, but you can't do like filters or like anything in Flash 8, so yeah. Yeah, good enough, right? I like it to like snap open a bit faster. Oh, actually, I wonder if I can do that. Hold on. Yeah, maybe if I get rid of this frame and keep that one, or maybe move this one back a bit. Although now, yeah, I only have one frame of slowdown, right? Yeah, okay. Get rid of this one. And then move these down, and then move these down. There you go, that's better. Haha, amazing. Unhinging his jaw like a snake. Exactly. Yes, yes. Yeah, though I love that there's like the reverse like jaw effect. Like he doesn't open his jaw regularly. He kind of like the top of his head kind of opens, and his like mouth stays where it is. I love doing that. So always an absolute blast to animate like that. I tried doing 3D a couple of times when inspired by early Ruby and wanted to make fight animations. The thing is, Blender just took way too much for me to look at. I congratulate anyone that can make 3D animations, though I can make a good flip notes 3D animation. Well, it's about starting basic, right? Like, even I tested stuff in Flash for like the longest time before I could, figure out stuff perfectly. So I always took like Flash like very slowly. Like, I think I was working on stuff for like, I don't know, like probably over like 10 years before I started taking it seriously. So to be fair, like it's very different, I guess, comparing 3D animation to 2D animation. So I'll just say, I guess. Do you want to start on this part? Yeah, well, I said I was going to finish that. It's pretty much done. Where are we? Animation of any kind, so rewarding. Well, I find it's like rewarding if you like put like a lot of effort into it. The final product is always so great. It's like, I made that? Holy shit. Versus, oh, I just pooped this out because I thought it'd be funny in a weekend. Haha. So that's kind of like, That's all you go animate, right? Goodness. How long are we going for? Where are we at? Oh goodness, it's already been freaking 3 hours. Holy crap. I remember like an hour ago, I was like, yeah, I might do it for a bit more, and it's been another hour since then. Holy crap. Goodness. All right. So I think that might be it then for now. Cheers, guys, for watching. All good. Not a problem. And yeah, I should be on next weekend, probably same time. So keep an eye out. But yeah, if you want, you can join my really crappy Discord. Where are we? Where is it? Yeah, because I'm gonna start posting in there when I go live. So yeah, so if you want to join my really bad Discord, yeah, I'll post in there every weekend when I go live, so you can watch, so you don't miss a thing. But I guess if you're on YouTube, it's like whatever. I'm here, so. Music was just extremely quiet. I put my ear to the speaker. Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, because it is low. Just that I don't know how low it is comparatively. Like, I can always turn up a bit more. Because it's low in OBS, but it's weird. Like, I listened to my past stream, and yeah, when I listened to it via speaker, it was really quiet, and then when I listened with headphones, it was fine. So it's hard to judge. So one text channel is all you need for Discord. Exactly. Yes. Yeah, because I don't want to monitor Discord. I'm like, I'll do a text channel and an audio channel, and that's it. So use it as you will. Yes. Yeah, just don't. I don't know. Don't post porn. You'll be fine. I'm looking at you, Frico. I joke. But yeah, that'll be it then. Yeah, I might get this sorted a bit more, so if anything I can probably test. Yeah, if anything I can probably record a video and test how loud it is on my end first before hitting start, right? Yeah. Alright. Yeah, I'm gonna hit the stop button right